So, starting in 2017, the AP World History curriculum made a humongous change in the sense that now, instead of just recalling facts in the multiple choice questions, you are looking at a source. You are looking at a source right here, and in this source, you will be doing some serious source analysis. So first of all, let's take a look at this source. Let's read it together, let's analyze it together, and let's try and answer the multiple choice question. So, the ruler is a boat. People are the water. The water can carry the boat. The water can capsize the boat. A man may be the descendant of kings, lords, nobles, but if he does not observe the norms of ritual and proper behavior, he must be relegated to the status of commoner. Similarly, he may be the descendant of commoners, but if he accumulates learning of the texts, corrects his behavior, and observes the norms of ritual and proper behavior, then he must be elevated to the rank of high ministers, lords, and nobles. Wow, this is quite something. It comes to us 250 years before the Common Era, and by a philosopher by the name of Shunzi. So let's take a look at the question. Shunzi's idealized vision of Chinese society in the passage differs most strongly from the social structure of what? So before we get into the question, we are going to take a look at what Shunzi's idealized vision of society is. So let's take a look right here. The ruler is a boat, the people are the water. Here's a dynamic between the ruler and the people. The water can carry the boat. The water can also capsize the boat. We can overthrow leaders in some certain cases. A man may be the descendant of kings, lords, or nobles, but if he does not observe the norms of ritual and proper behavior, he must be relegated. Relegated. Relegated means go down the social ladder. Even if you're born into rich and wealthy families, what can happen if you don't study enough, if you don't study hard, if you don't take advantage of the society that gave you all that rich and wealth and the opportunity to pursue an education, then you're going to go down the social ladder. What else is there? However, he may be the descendant of commoners, but if he accumulates learning of the texts, corrects his behavior, and observes the laws of ritual and proper behavior, then he must be elevated to the ranks of high minister, lords, and nobles. What is this telling you? This is telling you that even if you're born into a poor family, even if you are a commoner, there is still a chance for you to go up the social mobility scale. And when I say social mobility, let's take a look at the term. It's an important AP World History term. When we look at societies, we look at their religion, we look at the gender relationships, but we also look at social mobility, the ability for someone to go up or down the social ladder. So we're going to take a look at what this is saying. What is this saying? This is saying that we should have social mobility. If you have merit, you should go up. If you don't have merit, you should go down. So let's take a look at these: Roman society, Hindu society, Muslim society, and Mongol society. So in Roman society, what did social mobility look like? There were particularly two classes of ordinary people. You had citizens and you had non-citizens. With citizens, they enjoyed all the benefits that Rome gave them, but in the case of non-citizens, they were not exactly on the same level as citizens. So there are different social classes. But could a non-citizen become a citizen? Yes, they could. They could by paying their way to become a citizen. They could by doing some amazing things, by joining the army and by doing good works for the empire. They could move their way up from non-citizen to citizen. So what we see here, there is social mobility in Roman society. So that's kind of similar to what we're seeing here and here. So we're gonna cross this one out. Nope, not Roman society. How about Mongol society? There was great social mobility in Mongol society. When the Mongols came in the 1200s and they invaded all of the world, what did they do? They didn't just burn everyone down, they looked for the talented people. They looked for the artisans, the great administrators, the craft makers. They found all these people and they scattered them all across the empire. They scattered them and they used them in high administrative positions. They actually did better under Mongol rule. They went up. Why? They had merit. They were able Two, they had a skill. They were good at what they did. So the Mongols saw that, they observed that, and they said, look, we're going to give you a new position. You're going up the social ladder now. So no, it's not Mongol society either. What about Muslim society? What was Muslim society comprised of in terms of class? Well, first of all, we had the Christians and Jews, and we had Muslims. Muslims in Muslim society were obviously higher up in the ranks. But could a Christian and Jew become a Muslim? They could go up in the social ladder? Yes, you were allowed to converge, you were allowed to change your religion and do a conversion to Islam. And once you became a part of Islam, once you became a part of the Dar al-Islam, then you had a chance. You had a chance to go up the social ladder, to enjoy the full benefits of being a Muslim citizen. So there was a way to move up. So it's not Muslim society. What about Hindu society? In Hindu society, what we see, we have a caste system. A caste system is one of the most essential parts of Hindu society. What does the caste system mean? You are born into different classes. You can be somewhere near a god, or you can be an untouchable, or anything in between. And when we see this phenomenon, you are born into something and you die into something. When you are born and when you die, you are in the same class. When we're in the same class, that means there's no social mobility. No one is taking a look at you and saying, oh, you have this talent, why don't you move up? Or, oh, you're not very good, we're gonna move you down. This is not happening. However you're born, that is your class. And this differs immensely from what we're seeing here in this passage in Shunzi's idealized vision of Chinese society. We want to see social mobility in the ideas of Shunzi, but we're seeing none of that in Hindu society. In Hindu society, people stay in the same class, and hence this is the most different one from all of them. It's Hindu society.